Well, hello to all the members and folks in Nova Scotia. It's great to have the opportunity to say a few words, even if it is by the video. I wish I could be out there. It goes without saying. I've made it to so many of the great sessions you've had there over the years, and well, next year I'll be back, I hope. So anyway, thanks Tim for the idea to do this, and again, I appreciate the opportunity. And it's actually good timing in that I just sent a bit of an update, a State of the Institute to the board, and Robert got this and he can share it with you in detail, but I'll kind of use this to guide my update today, and I'm going to try to keep it to 5 minutes and keep it informal and relaxed, and away we go. So I'll use my notes from the computer here. And the Institute is doing quite well. It's been a good year. We're just approaching the end of our third quarter, the end of March. Our fiscal year runs July to June. Membership's up. Right now the number of members in the database is about 2,700 plus, but I think it'll shake out to something like about 2,300 when folks who don't renew are factored in that. So steadily and gradually increasing as always, and it's good to see a lot of new young folk joining the ranks too. We've done really well with sustaining members and sponsorship support, that sort of thing. We have members all over the country that help us to make that happen, with provincial governments, with different companies, with the feds, everywhere. And we were able to get some good support in Nova Scotia thanks to Alan this year, and I'm really grateful for that, so thanks Alan. Overall, the financials really good, much better than last year. Last year we had quite a deficit for a number of reasons, which I won't get into the details, but suffice it to say we've addressed them and addressed them well. We're about $100,000 better on the bottom line, $100,000 better, which is really great, and we're getting ourselves out of the hole. Still tight, still some cash flow challenges, but we're getting through them, and we haven't sacrificed any of our great services or products overall. So I think members should be comfortable with that, and happy with the progress we're making on our financials and our membership. Human resources wise, we've made some pretty fundamental changes lately. We've hired a new admin coordinator, Carrie Spencer. She's doing a great job, has fixed up a lot of our issues and some of the problems we were having, and I think it's much better days ahead, and I'm very positive and optimistic about that. And we've got the usual great young talent with the internships. Quite a number of interns this year, 4 or 5, all externally funded, not affecting their bottom line, except in a positive way now. We've made sure of that, a little more tight on the control on how these internships are financed, and they're just doing great work on the extension, knowledge exchange, and all of our products and services. And I can't say enough about what they bring to the Institute and how good they make me look, so I'm always happy about that. So otherwise, Matt and I are helming the ship, and lots of good input from the executive and board of directors, and we're moving in a very positive direction. I'll just talk briefly about the Forestry Chronicle. We've had some great theme issues. The Boreal Mixed Wood issue this past January, February was very well received. The March-April issue is going to be another one with our colleagues in China, so that international relationship's going well. We've got some really good forest history coming up in the May-June issue. We're very excited about that from across the country, and that's been a theme issue in the works for a year now. We're looking at other theme issues into the fall, future forest leaders. The Chronicle's doing well. Lots of new advertisers. It's a little bit in the hole this year, a little bit in the red, but I'm hoping the last quarter we'll have a resurgence of revenue and we'll break even or get into the black. It's doing a good run this year, and lots of theme issues working forward. Our formalization of a lot of the extension, knowledge exchange, the science that we proactively do under the SIF-SEEK program. SEEK stands for Science, Extension, Education, Knowledge. That's had its inaugural year. It's done incredibly well. I think somewhere around $500,000 to $600,000 of money in and out to do good science, to get the extension knowledge exchange done. It's been a great start, and a lot of new projects coming on board, national projects, solid biofuel standards, Task 43, We've taken on the National Pest Forum, its admin and the logistics around that. And I go on and on. Lots of work on biomass and bioenergy, enhanced forest inventory tools and technology, the usual kind of good stuff. And it's looking like a good year coming up. So it's great that we formalized all that, and it's benefiting the Institute in terms of our profile, our reach, and as well financially. It's been a great improvement in structuring all of these projects in that way. Communications wise, we've done some really good things. A lot of speaking out this year, a lot of letters, media advisories, media releases. Our latest, if you check the website, Facebook, that sort of thing, we've got a link to a letter and a media advisory to Earth Day Canada, where we just promoted a more balanced perspective on using trees and forests. We've done a lot this year though, and I really recommend you check the website for all the public outreach, media outreach we're doing and speaking out. And we are the voice of forest practitioners. We're always balanced, constructive, science-based, and we're keeping to that philosophy. So good to see. Otherwise, just lots of good things happening. I think the Newfoundland Conference is going to generate a little bit of a profit. We're going to reconcile that finally with some late sponsorships that are coming in shortly. Everything's looking good for the big joint conference with the Society of American Foresters in Utah, and with IUFRO, the International Union of Forest Research Organizations, Salt Lake City this October. We're anticipating a good Canadian contingent going down. We are working to finally merge with the Canadian Forestry Association and take care of all the legal requirements there, and that's been really great for the Institute as well, and keeping their legacy of projects and products and services alive and well, including Envirothon. And we've been working with all of the provincial and territorial Envirothon groups to develop a more cohesive and a further reaching national program, and everyone seems to be on board, and we're pretty pleased with what we're trying to accomplish there, and just helping folks to deliver Envirothon competitions and encourage forest careers or forest related careers in the future, so with the kids. And I could go on and on. There's just so much to tell you, but I think I've overrun my 5 minutes, and I know you're all sitting on the edge of your chairs and wanting more, but I'm going to cut it off now. But I am going to do it in a proper Nova Scotia farewell way. So this is something I hope that you enjoy. All right, so this is that proper farewell that I warned you about, and any excuse to play a guitar at work is a good excuse. So here we go. The sun was setting in the west, the birds were singing on every tree. All nature seemed inclined for rest, but still there was no rest for me. So farewell to Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast. Let your mountains dark and dreary be. For when I'm far away on that briny ocean tossed, will you ever heave a sigh and a wish for me? I grieve to leave my native land, I grieve to leave my comrades on, and my parents whom I held so dear, and the bonny, bonny lassie that I adore. So farewell to Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast. Let your mountains dark and dreary be. For when I'm far away on that briny ocean tossed, will you ever heave a sigh and a wish for me? Ever heave a sigh and a wish for me? And remember, the camera adds 10 pounds. It's not Christmas food.